Hello, everybody. LINSANITY. You've heard it. You've seen the reviews. We have the director right here, Mr. Jackson. He put it down all on film. You gotta go check it out. Dude, how you doing, man?
All right, man. Thanks for having me. Thanks.
What gave you the idea of making a documentary about Jeremy Lin?
I mean, we actually started this project when he was at Harvard, and he was breaking all the records that Harvard had, and he was making waves across the country. And we're like, hey, this could be a potential story. This kid might make the NBA, and let's go shoot and see what happens.
Right. Now, how did he develop that trust with you and the family to develop this whole story? Because a lot of folks probably want to come in and abuse him. How was that? What did you do?
I think it just took time. It definitely took time. We wanted to make sure that we're not exploiting his story and or to be more of a conduit of his story rather. And I think it was a matter of trust, like what kind of filmmaker I am, and I know that I want to stay true to his journey, and I can understand, I can identify, I know what he's about, and this is what I'm gonna do with it.
Now the arc of his story, we get to see it from the humble beginnings. Man, all the folks are just going, oh, ooh, when he showed up as a little kid, playing the basketball, playing the piano. How has his story affected you, the arc of his story, and for you personally?
I mean, a lot of things have affected me. We're here, you interviewing me. I mean, it's definitely changed my life a lot, on a career level, also on a personal level. I mean, I think what he does is you want to know, like, well, how did he get there, and you realize, like, a lot has to do with, the way he lives his life, the way he lives with his faith, and, that's something that's to be said, I
noticed that in the title, LINSANITY, the T is shape of the big cross.
Absolutely. I mean, I think we wanted to redefine what LINSANITY was. People think of it as this 9-game winning streak for him, and, it was more about this journey that he went on, and the perseverance, the uptime, the ups and the downs, and what he relied on to get through it all.
Right. Now, in the movie, there's some commentators who use racist terms. Now, do you think because some of them were old, or they just wanted to get some run out of it? Just say, well, I say this, people are going to look at me like Mr. Mayweather.
Well, I think anytime someone of Asian American heritage is in the spotlight on that level, and it was crazy at that moment, and things are going to come out. Things are going to come out. That's just how it is. And, I couldn't not deal with that, because when we look back at this film 10, 20 years from now, I'm like, oh, that's what people were thinking. That's what people were saying. But at the same time, that was just a small part of this whole, journey for Jeremy. And I think more of anything is you see the arc of how he deals with it now, and I think that's a great example to set, as a role model.
Right. I mean, he is definitely an example, and it gives back to the kids. How do you think important that is to him to give back to the kids?
I mean, Jared's all about, he's all about the kids. He's all about, he's a very generous person. He wants to take care of those things, and, he knows that he's in a position and a platform, and that he can set examples for people, and that's what he's trying to do.
Now, I got to ask you this. How happy does it make you feel you're at Sundance, you came to CAAMfest, standing ovations? How does that make you feel as a filmmaker and personally as just a person?
I mean, it's awesome. Words can't describe it. I'm going through my own LINSANITY right now, and I personally, I enjoy the work. I like to work, and always as an indie filmmaker, you don't know if you're going to work again, and hopefully now I can keep working, and that's what I'm hoping for.
So what's next for you?
I'm doing another documentary right now on Michelle Phan.
The makeup specialist that started on YouTube. Oh man!
Wow! Wow!
Yeah. Wow. I watch. Wow. Holy Toledo! That should be interesting. I remember reading a little bit about her story where she applied to some of the makeup houses, and they said that I guess she didn't have the look or something.
She applied like any other girl, little college student to apply and makeup counter, and You know, you didn't get the job. It's kind of interesting now of how it came all full circle. So
They're all biting at her high heels, would you say? Mr. Jackson, director, LINSANITY. When it comes to theater near you, I guarantee you're going to enjoy it because it's an Asian American story, but it's a larger story. It's a universal story. Everyone who tried to do something was told they couldn't do it. You didn't fit the mold. He breaks the mold. And this guy's got it all on film. You got to go see it. Phillip Siddiq Show, everybody. Dude, thank you.